So this is the Yamaha YRS-24B soprano recorder. In my opinion, probably the best soprano recorder you can buy for about $12–14. Now before I go on, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you don't miss my future uploads. And also, if you get a chance to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Now, as some of you know, I'm a classical guitarist, but I'm also a music educator. And in the last 22 years or so, I've been teaching classes like general music, guitar class, piano class, chorus, recorder as part of my general music classes, some ukulele classes, lots of music theory in a public school classroom setting. So my YouTube channel is going to have videos on all of those topics. You'll see some guitar music, some piano music, some recorder music, some ukulele music, lots of music theory, lots of tutorials. So I invite you to explore my channel if you get a chance. Now the soprano recorder is the most common size. There's different sizes. We have an alto recorder, which is a little bit larger, and a tenor, which is even larger than that, and a bass recorder, which is the largest of them all. And then there's actually a smaller one. It's smaller than the soprano. It's called a sopranino. But this one right here, the soprano, is the most common size, and most school-aged children will play on a soprano recorder. Now I do have a video on my channel in which I compare and demonstrate different recorder sizes, like the soprano, the alto, the tenor, the bass, side by side. That video is actually doing really well on my channel. It's got some 70,000 views by now, which is awesome for a small channel like mine. So I invite you to take a look at that video if you want when you're done watching this one. I'll place the link up here somewhere and also in the bottom in the description section of the video. This model comes in a bag like this, and inside the bag, I'm not going to play on this recorder because this one's brand new. I did play on mine a minute ago. These are the same, okay? When you take the recorder out, there's a couple of pieces of paper in there. Just there's some fingering charts and also some directions for how to take care of and clean your recorder. And that's written in multiple languages, so that's pretty awesome because they sell these all around the world. Now over the years, I did try different brands and models for a soprano recorder in my classroom, but I always found myself coming back to the same Yamaha YRS-24B. So it comes like this in a bag. When you buy this online, you're probably going to spend somewhere around $12, $13, $14 depending on where and when you buy it. I do have an Amazon link in the description if you would like to take a look at that. Now if you're going to buy a soprano recorder for yourself, if you're going to buy this one, I would encourage you to use that link at the bottom. That's going to help my channel a little bit, so I appreciate that very much. So take a look at the Amazon link at the bottom there. This is a 3-piece recorder, which means that you can take it apart like this in 3 pieces, and this helps with cleaning, of course. And I guess I can make another video in which I could show you different ways to keep this clean. Now I wouldn't suggest that a child would take this apart because they might have a hard time putting it back together, right? But when you do put it back together, you want to make sure that you line up the holes correctly. So the top hole here in the mouthpiece, you want that to line up with the holes at the bottom here. But the bottom hole here in the bottom piece, see that's twistable, right? You don't want that to line up with the other holes, simply because our pinky, see, it's shorter by a whole joint there, right? So you want that bottom piece to be twisted to the right a little bit so that your right hand pinky can reach comfortably. So just keep that in mind. The hole at the bottom should not line up the 2 holes at the bottom. See the set of 2 holes there? But instead should go to the right a little bit, okay? Now this particular model uses the Baroque fingering. most music educators would use the Baroque fingering in a public school setting. And there's also German fingering option. And I know that most educators that I have worked with have always used the Baroque fingering recorders. And you'll notice that when you look at the holes like that, they don't go exactly in a straight line, and that's okay. That's the way that it's made. That's the way this instrument is made. And you'll also notice that the holes are not the same size, and that's fine too. So there's nothing wrong with it when you look at it that way, okay? And also at the bottom, you'll notice that we have double holes here and also here, and that's for our sharps and flats. So for C and C sharp, we have these two holes, and for D and D sharp, we have these two holes. So C and C sharp, or C and D flat for enharmonics, right? And then here, this one is for D and D sharp, or D and E flat, right? So that's what those are for. 3 reasons I always go back to the same brand and model recorder in my class. Number 1, affordability. This is very affordable. I mean, paying $12, $13 for a brand new instrument is pretty awesome in my book. Number 2, durability. This is very durable. These will last forever, really. I've had this one for, I think, 21 years now, the same instrument, and I compared it to the one that's brand new in the bag right here. I didn't play on the new one, but I compared looks, the way they look and feel, and I could barely tell the difference. I mean, this looks and feels just like the brand new one in the bag right here, and I've had it for 21 years. So this is very durable, which is very important, especially for younger people, right? People in like 4th, 5th, 6th grade, because they'll occasionally drop it, but this will really last for a very long time. And number 3, decent sound. You know, that's very important. Music is all about the way that it sounds in the end, right? It's all about sound. And you know, if you buy a recorder at a dollar store or at Walmart for like $2.99, you didn't really buy a recorder. You bought a toy. That's the truth. You want something that sounds decent, that has a nice, decent, warm, full tone. And this brand and model, in my opinion, does just that. So it's affordable, it's durable, and it has a decent sound. Now, from listening to the song at the beginning of my video, I think many of you would agree that the sound is pretty decent. I mean, I'm in a kind of a small studio, and I have this, there's a live Yamaha Clavinova digital piano, and I'm playing on my recorder, and all of that is going straight into a, what is this? A Blue Snowball USB microphone. I can place a link for that at the bottom as well if you want to take a look. I mean, a very basic recording setup. No interface, no fancy schmancy setup, just one USB microphone in the middle of the room with very minimal sound editing, simply to balance the two instruments a little bit. And I'm quite happy with the sound, especially for $12, $13. So quite happy with the sound. Now maybe some of you were wondering what song that was that I played, and I'll clip that segment at the end of my video for you to listen again if you want. It's really not a song that I found in a book. It's something I made up this afternoon. Don't even have a name for it. You can name it if you want. Here's what the score looks like. I wrote a quick score for you. Take a look. So yeah, that's what I played earlier, and I'm going to end the video in about a minute with the same song, so stick around to listen again. So here we have an affordable, durable, decent sounding soprano recorder from Yamaha. This is the Yamaha YRS-24B. I highly recommend it for individual practicing and also for group practicing. Again, there is a link at the bottom if you want to get this on Amazon for about 12 bucks, I think. Feel free to use that link. That'll help my channel a little bit. Thank you so much for that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. thank you in advance for that, and give the video a like. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to end it with a song from the beginning. Hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.